Alright, welcome back. This is WILSHOCKER with more Final Fantasy XIV. Um, we've got a few things going on. We've got a lot of quests. I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for a reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make Anili laugh. She's no good with strangers, so you should introduce yourself politely with a bow. Okay. La 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 la. A day of merrymaking? Is that all you adventurers think about? I am here to teach, my dear fellow. From me, these younglings are here to learn a most sacred, meaningful, and uniquely uplifting dance. Now, I realize full well that tradition may not hold much allure for the young, but I didn't think they would up and run away. The manner of disobedience is unprecedented. It's all the more surprising considering they obey the Temple Master without demur. What I wouldn't give to know is secrets, but I must wait here for my unruly charges. I wonder though, might you ask the man how we tamed them? I have no idea what she's talking about. Who is this? What is going on? What the heck? Okay, here it is. Yediath proves to be a dancing master, albeit a rather agitated one at the moment. The younglings, under her instructions, have fled for more congenial pursuits. Yediath wonders if Timbermaster Beaton may be of assistance in tracking them down. Erol has espied a lovely maid frolicking in the acorn orchard and would have you discover whether a feast is nigh. Head off towards the play area outside the Carpenter's Guild to see what so pleases their fair Yediath. Yediath is a dancing master, and the kids ran away. Okay, the kids ran away. Oh my goodness, that caught me so off guard. I had no recollection of what the context was for that. Oh my goodness. Hi. Okay, well, she didn't laugh. That seemed to work, but she looks sad. Try sharing the joy in your heart with her. That'll prove how nice you are. Okay. You're odd. I think she's starting to like you. Good. Now that you've broken the ice, I bet that if you surprised her and just started dancing, she'll laugh her head off. I mean, to dance with this total stranger? You're a really good dancer, mister. That looked like fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Yay! We made her laugh. Thank you. You're pretty good at this. Anili lost her father 5 years ago during all the fighting. She hasn't laughed much since then. So I wanted to... I mean, we're all worried, but a lot of the younglings have been following me around lately, and you wouldn't understand. Thanks for the help. Okay, cool. That was a nice little detour. Luhalek. Adele sent you. Give me a moment. Here they are, still fresh and unused as the day you got him. Doubt he's even realized he left the bloody things behind. First day, and he forgets his tools. Daft sods need to kick up the... Okay. Toolbox for Artor. I see. Toolbox. That's what it was. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, Excuse me. I do not recall summoning you, Will. Is there something you wish me to inspect? Apparently not. Speak your mind, child. Oh, so the younglings will not heed their dancing master, and I am to provide the solution. Master Yadit seems able enough, but having no generosity towards herself, she has none for her charges. Give the younglings these on her behalf, and bid them return to their lesson. What? I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. The toy. I see. He gave her. So he gave me toys. Okay, I lost that there. Let's go to Olgerdania. No quests to pick up here. Actually, there is one quest to pick up on this map. So you want to be an archer. Let's go get that real quick. Okay, so I already have that. That's good. Hail, adventurer. Might you have a moment? I am in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You can find her in the shaded bower in the midst of the markets. Why would I not go simply speak with her myself? Well, as I'm sure you've observed, Gridanians have a tendency to be rather... in person they can be, well, a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missive the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor from one adventurer to another. La 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 la. I think I'll play Bard. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to the Archers Guild. It is here that archers the realm over gather to master the bow. We engage the enemy from a distance, ever seeking to alter the course of battle with a single well-placed arrow. If you have a mind to become an archer, then you have come to the right place. Do you wish to join our ranks? Sure. Marvelous. Let me enlighten you on the history of both our art and the guild. The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of war and hunting both, it protects us from our enemies even as it keeps us fed and clothed. The archery as practiced in Gridania was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow series of the Elizin, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikote. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the two people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another, their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large. As a happy consequence of this union, the guild members came to engage in friendly contests of skill. Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming a skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals will go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women gather to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few of the gods quiver loosed their first arrow within these very halls. And that, my friend, is a brief history of archery in Gridania. Doubtless you are more eager than ever to take up the bow. It would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. You must receive her permission if you are to join us. If you would excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that the relevant lists are amended. Pray speak to me again in a short while. Goodness. Resolved to join the Archers Guild? Yes. Then the look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucienne. Lest you worry unduly, Lucienne is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given a fair hearing. Lucienne awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Dun, 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 dun. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucienne, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness, with the with the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Yes. That is well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. Now lend me your hunting log if you would. I shall add to it the names of such creatures as provide a fitting challenge to a beginning archer. And to help you on your way, I bestow upon you this short bow. Great. Thank you. That's your hand. Arm yourself with your new weapon and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a trial to gauge your fitness to join the guilds. Ba, 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 ba. Archer unlocked. Yeah. Yes, the bow becomes you, Will. Now, before proceeding further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In so doing, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. Go now, Will, and earn your place within these halls. I need pants. You have any pants? Ba 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 ba. Central Shroud. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, na, 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 na. Nice. Very cool. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a moment. Oh man. Awesome. Got some coffee, some Kova Fefe. Got me some Kova Fefe. Delicious coffee. Man, I wish I never I never acquired a taste for coffee. Like, this is an addiction here, man. I'm addicted to coffee. Maybe it's the aspartame. Welcome back, Will. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an archer of the guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for mastery of our art. Now that you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experience you need to grow as an archer. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique, loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing, your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when viewed upon the shaft of an arrow. Return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. Your next archer quest will be available from Lucienne upon reaching level 5, which I am. Yeah! Bop, 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 bop. Guildmaster Lucienne wants to instruct you on the fundamentals of archery. Good evening to you, Will. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Will, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with the bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Great. Ba 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 ba. Archery butt. Bam. Got it. Do 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 do. I need pants. Necesito pantalones. Do do. I need observer hockey. Observation hockey. Da 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 da. Doko desu ka? I can't imagine it being inside one of the buildings, do you think? Come on, observation hockey. Kick in. Kick in for me. Here's one. Do, 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 do. One second. Something probably. Okay. Ah, you have returned. I trust you've begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud, and there will be 8 microcokes and 8 opopos. Okay, got it. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those only differences. Being comparatively numerous, microcopus and opopos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that microcopus produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while opopos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Great. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? By pressing 1. If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success. Great. Wonderful. I press 1 on them and they die. It's not that complicated. I guess it's for role-playing purposes. You gotta make it seem like more than what it is, but it's kind of silly. North Shroud, okay. I do need pants, though. This quest is not far out of the way. Where is it? Doko desu ka? Ah. Parlement. A guard at Etet's spire. Seeks a diligent adventurer to scrub clean a pair of begrowed road signs. You've come to lend a hand, have you? Well, then you're welcome to a task from my seemingly never-ending list. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the milestones. I swear by Nofika, those signs accumulate dirt and crime with almost unnatural haste. Speak with Kadawawa at Tree Speak Stables once you've seen to them. She'll be glad to hear the Melm stones are clean for the next 3 bells at least. Let's see. Oppo. If you want for work, I have need for an adventurer willing to dirty his hands. No, I speak not of dark deeds. I mean, only to have you deliver something. I myself would not dare venture deep into the Twelves Wood, but you seem more than capable of defending yourself. My colleague Gillian will furnish you with the item in question and provide all the necessary directions. She should be somewhat behind the stables, supervising the field hands. If you got a mind to make yourself useful, why don't you cull some Mydolins for us? We train a lot of chocobos here, see, and the young'uns go wild when they get a sniff of Mydolin. Some even throw their bloomin' riders. Let me tell you, it ain't easy raising a chocobo when she drops you on your head every time she sees a shadow. We've been getting nowhere with the birds lately. If you could rid us of the Mydolins, we'd be in your debt. Well, I'll be. Vione actually found someone willing to lend a hand. Grab one of them burlaps over there yonder, atop the crate, Take the most convenient location to be sure, but what else can we do? But where else can we store that stinking shite? Nowhere a visiting customer might catch a whiff, that's for sure. Deliver to Nolanol down at Blessed Bud. That's west of here, in case you were wondering. Seems our conjurer friend takes his gardening pretty bloomin' seriously. Right. leg graze. No Linnell. That odor. Is that what I think it is? Praise be to the elementals. I cannot thank you enough for your kindness. The bounty of chocobo manure shall nourish the plants and ensure their continued growth. Please relay my sincerest thanks to Viona upon your return to Tree Speak Stables. And a word of advice. Wash your hands quickly, lest the cloying stenches of feces linger. Oops, sorry. Alright, let's see here. Ebert. Ain't seen your face around here before. It's my sworn duty to keep the peace in Hitsmal and protect her from them as you would do her people what? Them as would do her people harm. There's no need to make it that complicated. If you mean to stay for a spell, you'll have to prove you can be trusted. I hate this. Ours ain't a large community, and we've hardly any fighting folks, so there's always a need for battle-savvy types, what with all the beasties lurking hereabouts. As it happens, we've been suffering from an outbreak of midges of late. The buggers are driving our patrols to distraction. Now, if you were to exterminate, say, half a dozen swarms, we'd know you for a friend. Thanks. You have the look of an adventurer. Adventurers love little tasks, do they not? Well, I need you to head into the forest and pick a glimshroom for me. You have the faintest idea what a glimshroom is, do you? Glimshroom is the common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What did you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There's a colony on the rock facing southwest of Peace Garden. But do not simply pick the first one you come across. The brightest glowing mushroom you can find, if you please. Well, I would love you to be able to harvest glimshrooms for myself, but there's a small matter of Ixali scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go, then. Okay. Very well. I shall do your bidding. At least this game's nice to look at. Very pleasing to the eyes. Oh, there's something else I could do. Great. I'm gonna get pants from this! Would you mind going to the hedge tree and seeing that all is well? Since ancient times, the tree has guarded these woods with their holy presence. Lately, though, we've been hearing reports of Ixal pecking around in our vicinity. No more than scouts, I'd wager, but if they were to lay their filthy hands on the hedge tree, well, it don't bear thinking about it. So, I'd be much obliged if you head southeast to the hedge tree and see that no harm has come to her. And if you chance to encounter any Ixal, send them packing. Be warned, though, the birdmen ain't like to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared and keep your eyes peeled, alright? Wonderful. La 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 la. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. The hedge tree. I'm gonna be occupied playing this for like much longer than I think. I think it's gonna take me years of work to do this. Like, this is gonna take such a long time. Like, this is gonna take years. Not months, years. Whew. Might as well relax then, huh? Slew an exile, did ya? Ha! Bloody birds will think twice before coming near our hamlet. The exile once dwelt in the Twelveswood, you know, but long ago they drove the Green Wrath and were driven out. They woke the Green Wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when us Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment that would kindle their hatred for us. But I suspect I'm boring you. By defending the hedge tree, you've once more proven yourself a friend to Hearthmill. If you can spare a moment, I ask that you speak with the others in the hamlet. Many of us here could use a hand, and I can think of none better than to assist them. Pants. Yeah, pants. Wait, do I already have pants? Let me check. Q. Were you able to find the glim shrooms? Here it is. Ah, would you look at that glow? Perfect. This will help me mix a potent remedy for the creeping death. To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged the Huron population of Gridania. Though it can now be cured through simple conjuring, it doesn't hurt to have a ready supply of the medicine. After all, out here in Hurstmill, we cannot always rely on a conjurer to be on hand whenever a youngling coughs. Thank the matron for wandering adventurers, though, huh? Have I played other, yeah, I played Arcanist on this as well. What's that? You've been cleaning milestones? Why, thank you. With all the chores that need doing around here, I was afraid they would be left to get even filthier. It's not just that they're an eyesore, by the way. In this state, the creatures around here are want to lay their eggs on them. As to why, well, I can only assume their preferred nesting trees are in short supply these days. Be that as it may, we can't have monsters hatching from roadside signs. These paths are dangerous enough as it is. Perhaps the sprinkling of sting brew would keep the beasts away. Did you hear about the Demeta of Hurstmill? Apparently, Opo-Opos crept into her stores and made off with her Muntoy beans. Ordinarily, Opo-Opos wouldn't go near them, with their foul odor and even fouler taste, but food has become scarce of late. Truth be told, a good many of us are glad to be rid of the stench. Still, I can't stand to see Demeta so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Opo-Opos and recover the Muntoy beans? I'm told 6 bags were taken all told. Demeta is well respected by the women of Hurstmill, so it would do you well to earn her favor. So be polite, smile, and don't interrupt if she goes off on one of her tangents. Hurstmill lies just to the north of here. You're like to run into Opo-Opos on the way. With luck, you may even encounter the bean thieves themselves. Da, na, 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 na. Welcome back, friends. I gather from the smell that the task is complete. Oh my, did I neglect to inform you of the sack's contents? I cannot apologize enough. That would certainly explain why you agreed to help when countless others turned their nose up at the idea, so to speak. Well, what's done is done. Please accept this for your troubles along with my thanks. Thanks. Potions. Great. Thank you for the help. We can finally get back to training the young birds. Chocobos are skittish by nature, see, and training them takes a deal of patience. It don't make the task any easier that soldiers and adventurers tend to ride them towards danger rather than away from it. Any road, we're grateful for the help. Here's a small token of our gratitude. What? 100 gil? Thanks. We haven't forgotten how you helped us out with the Nightlands. Speaking of which, if you got time to spare, could I trouble you to gather some aphids? You can find them living in the tangled underground near Blessed Bud, but don't be surprised if the presence attacks a starving ladybug or two. They're rather fond of the wee vilekin, you see. When we've gathered the aphids, deliver them to Captain Goldthwaite over at the Etat Spire and tell him Tree Speak Stable sends his regards. Great. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Tangled undergrowth. I like Gridania the most. Gridania is my favorite. Then again, Limbs of Lemons is up there. I can't really decide. I think Limbs of Lemons is actually better. I think I like Limbs of more. I hate the NPCs. I hate their accents. I hate trying to read what they're saying, but I like the atmosphere. Goothrit. What's that? You have something for me. Aphids from Bodwine. This is indeed a blessing. What use have we for aphids, you ask? Why, they're oil, of course. There's naught better for maintaining our weapons. Were it not for your timely delivery, we would have been forced to send a sentry to replenish our dwindling supplies. I'll have to thank Bodwine personally, and thanks to you as well, friend. Ah, Will, just the fellow. Your efforts on behalf of Tree Speak Stables mark you as a genuine talent. If you have confidence in your battlecraft, mayhap you would agree to help us in our fight against the Ixal. According to the reports, Ixal scouts have been sighted by the river due west of here, though that area is uninhabited and borders Tree Speak Stables and Blessed Bud. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. If several of their scouting parties were to be summarily dispatched, it might give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. Slay 2 Ixal Dulatons, 2 Ixal Lostwings, and 2 Ixal East Slowbeaks. Show them the price they must pay for setting foot in our territory. Ba 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 ba. I'm on the case. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Thanks to you, we now have time to plot our next move. We could muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen or consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. Okay, all done. One more location here. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young man? You have something for me. I'm missing bags of Montoi beans. But how? You didn't track down those wretched Opopos, did you? I had all but given up hope before you arrived, but with these beans I can make enough Montoi tonic for everyone in Hearstmill. As long as I have enough Mikrochu beans leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Montoi tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said, and you know what? He drained the whole cup in one great gulp, without making so much as a face. And he grows stronger and braver by the day, nay, the very hour. Either that or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. Okay. There's more. Hat? Oh dear, if I'm to make this much Montoi tonic, I'll need far more Mikrochu leaflets. Young man, would you be so kind as to fetch me 4 leaflets from the Mikrochus outside the hamlet? I'm whipping up a fresh batch of Montoi tonic, you see. It's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. Alas, few people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most won't touch the stuff, unless you add Mikrochu leaflets anyway. Apparently, the taste and smell are too distracting for some such nonsense. But listening to me prattle on like an Ishgardian priest. I shall stop talking and start stirring. Well, don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon, and it'll be such a shame if no one can drink it but me. Ra-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Why is there a barricade here? Okay, I can go underneath. Very well. Ah, you're back. Did you manage to find the microjuice leaflets I asked for? Let's see. Yes, that's 4 alright. Ah, such a lovely scent. Now you gathered only the 4 I asked for, not one more, yes? Oh, I know I shouldn't have asked, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in this world. That's why I always like to live to my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word, nay, not so much as a single one. Remember, if you mean to remain with the Twelveswood, you must be ever mindful to show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets what it means to be Gridanian. Why, just the other day I caught him and his friends throwing wooden toy beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all set to give them a memorable scolding, when I noticed they were playing in teams and that my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Where was I? Oh yes, you see, later that day I was cooking dinner, and he, quite without prompting, offered to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Alright, I already have that. I'm gonna take bronze, thank you. And I'll be on my way. Except there's another quest here, somehow. Somehow there's another quest. Doo-doo-doo. That would not be it. In the area. Pardon me, good sir. Might you be the adventurer of whom Edbert speaks so highly? If you could but spare a moment. I've never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon, all from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor, and so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Ibert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With his latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hurstmill, where he intends to present me with his most precious gift. I'm at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you not go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you. Alright. That's an interesting backstory. Secret admirer. You hear a man cry out in rage. Hello. I want to talk to you. How dare you play with the heart of an innocent young woman? And use stolen goods at that. All for naught. I give thanks that you were unharmed at least. A letter for me? My dearest Emiria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hurstmill, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden, filled with the white chamomile you love so. But such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace. And so, if it does not cause you distress, I would write to you again. Yours ever, Islebert. Thank you for bringing me this letter, his most precious gift, I understand now. But how did he know my favorite flower? Zybert? Oh, it can't be. Anyway, we must return the presents to their rightful owners. I know it will not erase this Ibert's sins, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me his final request, but could you go to Gridani and speak with a woman named Mione? You should find her in the Carline Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here today. She'll know what to do. Do 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 do. Opa, 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 opa. I'm just gonna teleport. A message from Emeria of Hersmill, you say? Oh, Islebert, you fool. I'll deal with the stolen goods, worry not. Yes, I know of the boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of chamomile seeds from an influential merchant in the ebony stalls. This boy had a sister, and chamomile was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to the family, and so they disowned him. Cast out of health and home, he grew desperate, and those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic for it. And now you know the truth. The sister Islebert loved so dearly is Emeria. Emeria was too young to remember when Albert left, so her parents decided to conceal his existence. However, word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and her parents were forced to move to Hersmill to maintain the fiction. By now, Emeria surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and whatever faint memories she once had are long gone. But Ibert had never forgotten Emeria. Despite the danger, I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. What? He was in love with his sister? Wait. Let me look that up, if I read that correctly. I'll send Amiria some Tremumoli seeds by way of thanks for helping us recover the stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to their rightful owners. Sadly, Ailbert's crimes would not be so easily forgotten. Or perhaps by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers bloomed, he will have found a new path. What the heck? So crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be back with more soon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll be back with more next time.